How's it going, everybody? Trophy Shot Outdoors. I'm doing the Mora knife. This review, this one right here, is the Mora Robust Pro Series sheath knife. And I know that this isn't a knife right here, just a sheath. Don't think I'm crazy. There's a reason for it, and I'll get to it in a bit. But we're going to talk about this knife for a little bit. I know there's a lot of reviews on it already, but I just figured I'd do one about my own opinion on it and hope that this might be a little bit different than other ones. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take it out, just kind of show you. The blade is like 3.6 inches long, I believe, and it's 0.125 inches thick. It's got the rubber over-molded handle on it. It's got the finger guard up here so it won't slip, and then there's one back here. Some people didn't like that for some reason, because yeah, if you're doing different type of cuts, this might kind of bite in your hand in a way you might not want it. But I think it's good because this is a really, really tough knife right here. And one thing that you can use a tough knife like this for is pounding stuff. If you're in the woods, you might need to crack, like you're next to a walnut tree, just example, or you need to break open something, you can use this very hard back on it. And I think this right here, this back guard, is for pounding onto stuff to break it, so it doesn't slip out of your hand that way. That's just my opinion. And then the front guard right here is really nice, so it doesn't slip out of your hand when you're whittling on stuff. And I'm going to cut a few things with this. I built a whole bunch of videos on this knife, but I'm trying to finally get one right. So I've cut so many different boards, so many water bottles, pieces of paper, all that stuff with this exact knife, because I've been filming the same video for a while to try to get it all kind of put together right. And I haven't sharpened it or anything, so when I go to cut all this paper, I'm going to show you that it's still sharp, even after all the hell test I've had it through trying to get this video. So I'm going to put it back in this sheath. I'm going to explain why, kind of about the sheath itself. Now, if you've had Mora knives, you'll notice that a few of them have this Mora shield right here. It's not on all the sheaths, but it's on a few. And they also have this thing right here. You have this clip, so you can put it on your belt loop. But then there's this. What is that? I don't know. It's just in the way, kind of. It just looks like a little weak part in the sheath right there. It's just where they cut it out. But I'm going to show you what that is. I don't know how many people know this. Maybe everybody that has one of these does. But I know what it's for. It's so, when you have a knife, and not all of them have this, but when you have the knife with this shield and this attachment onto the clip, if you want to carry two at one time, you literally put the shield right in here, and it clicks right in. And it makes it so you can carry these knives double like that. So if you're doing like craft work, or not, like carpentry work, and you have these two knives on you, you can literally have them both on one. Or if you're, doing work with meat processing stuff, you can have, if you use these knives for that, you can have both of them on one side on the same clip. Or likewise with hunting, if you're out there field dressing an animal, you can have both of your knives right there connected, put in your backpack, so you know if you grab one, you always have the other. And literally, to get it off, all you do is hold this lever, and see, so I can see what I'm doing, and slide it backwards, and it pops right out. That's a really cool feature, I thought, for the Mora Robust Pro. And you can, it's for sure on the Mora Robust Pro, so you can have two Mora Robusts. Or this is from a different knife. Right here, I just showed the sheath. But there's a few different Mora knives that'll have this, but not all of them. So that's kind of a cool thing, I thought. So what I'm going to do now, let's go back to the Mora Robust Pro. Open it up and do some slices. First, I'm just going to take the piece of paper. I'm going to just go ahead and cut a piece right off of it. That was nothing. Literally, once you get you get it cut it in like this, see, the paper's getting bent right here, so it's kind of hard to bite into it, but once it's in, you just literally pull. And you can do this all day. And It's so easy. That's what I love about this thing. I know there's a lot of sharp knives out there, but for $14 with this really nice knife setup right here, you can't really get too much better for 14 bucks. And these Mora knives in Sweden, the Swedish steel is really good quality. Like, American steel is good, and it's, as you see in buck knives, a lot of them are, they say they're made in America, but this Swedish steel is really not something to mess with. It's tough, man. I love it. Go through this water bottle like nothing, hopefully. Otherwise, I'll look like I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just going to stab. I'm going to keep turning around. Keep going. Just rotating the water bottle. I literally cut that water bottle and turned it into a spring just by poking it in and turning the water bottle like that, moving my knife down. I just messed up that water bottle. That was nothing. And let's move on to this cardboard. The blade's an 1/8 of an inch thick, 0.125, and this cardboard is a little bit thicker, so that doesn't really matter because it's cardboard, but I'll take a chunk right out of this. That was easy. Straight down again. Side. Oh, when you go with the grain on cardboard, it goes a lot better. When you go against it, because all these cardboard, it's little just set up like that, so it's ridges like that. So when you go against the grain like this to try to cut, so you're literally folding up those grains, so it doesn't work as good, but I'll try again. Man, that's a lot tougher, but just because that paper keeps folding. But it does it easy. It's kind of hard to hold the cardboard and hold this knife kind of awkwardly in front of the camera to get it to work. Otherwise, I'd be able to cut a lot better. But it's really easy. And this is probably the 20th stick I've cut. Just on different videos, I cut a few more, but I didn't put any of those on because I didn't like all the information. I'll just cut into this first. I'll just kind of, and it's stuck in there probably a little ways, just hitting it like that, like a machete, but it doesn't have any weight behind it. It literally eats that wood like nothing. It turned all that, it just eats it. You just literally get your finger on there and just keep pushing it through, and it'll take all that wood right down. But yeah, it's a good quality knife in every way, and for the price of $14 or $15, depending on where you get it, and of course if it's store or you have to pay shipping or whatever. But still, I'm gonna get more of these knives, and I'm also gonna get more different models of the Mora knives. I saw they have some new ones coming out. I'll pick up some of those and also test those ones out, but I just like this one. It's probably one of my top 5, top 10 favorite knives. Really good quality, really affordable. It's reliable. It literally, I've never got it dull, and I've used it on so many different things. I've literally put it through the hell trials. I know if you watch other videos, they do the tip test where they just stab it in the wood and do the tip forever, and I've tried that, but I'm not going to do it on this one. And it literally, the tip is still perfectly straight after all this wood I put it in. And it's not full tang either. The tang on the knife only stops like somewhere in here, which is really good for a non-full tang knife. You could pound it into a tree and use it as a ladder step if you had to. But that's just about it on the Mora knife review. I'm not going to do one of those 40-minute videos and test everything on it because it's too snowy outside to try outdoor stuff right now. But that's what I got. That's my little review on the Mora Robust Pro Series Swedish fixed blade sheath knives. Thanks for watching. Have a good day now.